Hello and welcome to episode 14 of Bears Tea and Tarot with me, Graham Joseph Norton, and my lovely co-host Richard Jones. Today we will be celebrating Christmas and I'll be doing tarot readings around this, and we are inviting two wonderful guests. We're inviting the two ladies from the Wholeness Network, the lovely Mechelle Wingle and Chalene McGrath. I'm so excited that they're with us today. Richard, how are you today?
I'm good, my lovely, and full of the festive spirit, so that's good. What lovely way to end the year with some special guests,
Yes.
and all of that as well. So very ready for it all.
Yeah, we had great crack when we were on their show, and I'm loving the fact that you're wearing plaid and your little Santa stocking behind you.
I know, right? Yeah. I thought let's be festive. I mean, I had a shower and I got really properly ready and everything. And I've got my white Christmas tea. I'm drinking white Christmas tea. Do you remember I got when we kicked everything off? God, was it a year ago? Does it feel like a year ago?
It is, yeah.
I had Margaret tea.
That's right, Margaret's Hope.
That's right, well remembered. And from the same store, I got white Christmas tea because I'm a big fan of white Christmas.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
I know. Exactly.
Just like the ones I used to know. With the tea I used to know.
The tea we all drank, yes. So there we go. It's from Churchill's in Cincinnati. I don't know whether the Churchill's exist in other cities, but I got it from the Cincinnati one, and it's called White Christmas. And it's a white tea. It's nice, but it's not a morning wake up tea like it's not like a Nambaris or a.
By the way, that was less than 30 seconds, so we won't have to pay royalties.
Thank God! Did you see me panicking? I was like,
I know, yeah. I was like, oh yeah, quick, cut him off. But
it didn't have the orchestrations. I think we were all right.
No. It's okay.
Don't try and take any money out of me. God, if they can find it in my bank account, I'll split it with them.
Well, wait, you hear
Go
this.
on.
So I'm into all this positive psychology and all sorts of stuff. So I had this mad notion. I think I told you last time I did this whole interview thing where I was having Oprah Winfrey interview me and everything else about some books, right? So I've gone a whole step further. So wait, you hear this. So I've changed a lot of things. So I was going back to the lofty questions, and then I was reading something about Rhonda Byrne and how she manifested things through asking in her diary and whatever else. So I came up with a whole other thing. So now I've listed out all the things that I'm kind of hoping to manifest in my life, and it's having massive powerful effect. Like I opened up my own place a few months ago. I am out the door with clients. I haven't even advertised. I'm literally out the door. Thanks be to God, and we love the universe and everything else. But they're having profound change, and I can see this happening. And because of that, like other people are coming constantly saying, someone said you should talk to me and blah 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 blah. So I'm literally booked left, right, and center. So
which is blessed, as the drag queens say. Well done, my love.
Exactly.
Well so you put good energy out. I think that's
it. Yeah.
You put good energy out. You made a change because I think you left a job, so you created space for it, which was
I mean, I'm still doing the 2 mornings a week with the kids, but it's just I've just put all this around it, and I had the faith in it, because I had my star chart done, so apparently next year's all going to be very good. But well, it is. I've read all our horoscopes, so it's all going to be
we've done all our horoscopes today.
I was doing taroscopes, so I was kind of looking at kind of the energies for the collective and stuff for what's going on through the year. So I've done a wheel of the year to tell people what the card of the month is and the energies. So we'll read that later. And then when the ladies come on, I'm going to read for each of them. So it'll be good. So life is very good, at the moment. Wonderful. And I'm looking forward to the new year. But we are in the horse year next year because we've had the snake this year. So it was all shedding, and the horse is all about kind of discipline and moving forwards and kind of taking back our power and our action. So it's really interesting on what we've learned this year, because it's a 10 year. So that's the end of a cycle. So it's the beginning of something new. So that's going to be really interesting. Of course, 10 is 1 and 0, which is, of course, the Fool and the Magician. So it's about using your willpower to manifest what you're looking for. So very excited about this.
This is great.
And I'm having the Christmas party with the cult on Sunday. So we're having, Jesus, I'm sick of mince pies. I swear to God, I've been sampling every mince pie in the country, because we're having, and I was happy to bake them, but then people, so I'm doing some baking, and then we're going to bring other ones. I think I'm literally mince pied out at the moment. I don't think Americans get mince pie, because I actually gave one to somebody that they're like, oh my God, I've never had one of these. What is this?
No, it's. I mean, you can buy. No, you don't see it in the supermarket or anything. I mean, you'd have to make your own mincemeat, and I mean that would confuse everybody.
And it's not actual animal meat. It's just like dry. It's like soaked in alcohol.
Exactly. It's not meat at all, but it's called mincemeat, isn't it?
Mincemeat,
which is crazy. But my dad hated mince pies, so we didn't have a lot. Yeah, one of the stories from back in the day and the tales of old. I think his mum made him like a mincemeat, like a sweet mincemeat sandwich for school or tea or something, and it put it put him off it for life. Like he never ate it. So we had some, but it wasn't something we had a lot of. Mum would make a dozen and that was it. Like when they're gone, they're gone, back in the day. And she never really bought supermarket ones, I think. And my Nana Eve would make some and she never bought supermarket ones. So so we had a few and that was it. And I'm kind of okay not having them.
Well, my dad loves all things sweet, so I've been making trifles to beat the band, and also mince pies and the Christmas pudding, the famous Christmas pudding.
Oh, so that's
so.
Well, yes, I'm not a Christmas.
The best thing is, like, I'm not going to be here to eat any of this stuff. It's all going to be like freezered away. So
you'll be eating it next year. That's what you'll be doing.
That's it. Yeah. Exactly. But sometimes in the middle of the year, my father will turn around to me and ask me to make mince pies. Like in June.
I mean, fun enough, it's probably lovely at a season when you're not really, you're not expecting one, but yeah.
I do. The one I don't like is the fruitcake. The one with the icing on top of it. I'm not mad about that now myself.
Well, that was Margaret's favorite. So
really,
and the good thing was none of us liked it. So she'd spend December eating a Christmas cake not all at once, but she'd have a bit every day, and she loved the marzipan and everything else. I'd get a little bit, I'd have a little bit, but so it's funny what we had to for tradition, but even then maybe not eat a lot of it or whatever. I mean, we never had turkey either. We were not a turkey family. Dad didn't like turkey.
I don't think anybody is, because it's really funny. I was talking to people during the week about this, and most people would turn around and say, actually, nobody in our house actually likes turkey. It's so dry. So I don't know. I mean, we always had a bit of crown, but I'm not a big meat eater anyway. So,
I think the one thing our American friends do well is they know how to cook a turkey. I don't think we do. I don't think my mum knew how to do it properly. So it was never right. So we ordered, But we had a lovely turkey at Thanksgiving that my father-in-law made. He did a good job. So it was nice. We had a good Thanksgiving. And that kind of kicks everything off. 2 days later, our tree goes up and we were all set. So, and I'm just going to tip the camera. We've got my one thing I do. We used to have a real big tree, but we're 3 floors up, and dealing with it, bringing it up's not so bad. It's the dealing with it and taking it down is the tough bit. And I'm getting too old for that. But I insist on having some form of real tree for Yule, and to honor lovely Margaret, where her portrait is, we got a little mini real tree by her painting. So that's my little bit of Yule that I like to do.
Well, in our house every year it's a constant battle. So because my mother, I end up with the job of doing the tree every year, right? And so sometimes she'll decide to put the tree up before I'm ready to put the tree up. In other words, I'm not doing it when she wants it done. So then the next thing, the tree will appear and all the decorations will be wrong.
Well, that's the trick, isn't it, really?
So then I have to go and strip the tree and do it all again.
I think she knows what she's doing.
Oh, she does. She does it deliberately. And I had to there was 2,000 lights to go on the tree this year, right? And I don't know what the two of them were doing, Darby and Joan. He decided to put up the lights, and I'm like, that's not the right set. So I had to strip all of these lights off, and then I had to put up the rest of the lights. So I was like, oh my God. And then I was putting up the decorations, and this year's theme is red, gold, and silver. So because last year was like purple fantasy, it was really cool. So I'm like, but they will do it deliberately wrong. So I have to go back and make sure everything. Because I'm totally OCD with the Christmas tree. I need help. I need to treat myself.
Anyway, if it was left to my mom, she wouldn't put it up till Christmas Eve. That was her tradition. So it was a fight as to how close or how deep into December she or we'd pester her till she relented, and it would be somewhere around the middle of December it'd go up.
You see, we're typical curtain twitchers, so ours doesn't go up until the neighbors have it. But one of our neighbors across the road, she puts it up in November.
That's ridiculous.
The minute Halloween is over, it's up the next day. Sometimes she even puts it up over Halloween.
Well, yeah. I used to be of a but if it gives her joy, if it makes her joyful, then good for her. And hey,
there was a woman used to live next door to one of my aunts, and God rest her, she passed away from cancer. But she loved Christmas, and the day after Halloween, every single year that Christmas tree was up, and then it wouldn't go down till the end of January.
That's your thing. Yeah, part of me gets it. With some of these we have, they're not expensive, but we have really precious Christmas decorations, like some of my mum's and all that kind of stuff. And it's like they're away in a box for such a long time, So I get it.
So
anyway,
speaking of Christmas decorations, in Ireland we have this very expensive Newbridge silver, right?
Okay.
It's not that expensive, but some of it can be. And for the last 20, well, it's for everything. They make necklaces and stuff, but they do at Christmas have us come out with different decorations. And for the last 26 years, given away my age, I have a collection of these. Right. Okay. They have never gone on the tree yet. Right. But hopefully when I get my new house in the new year, they are going to be on my Christmas tree finally. My niece has bought me one. Well, her father has bought me one from her for the last 12 years with the year on it. So they're all going on. And then I have angels and everything. And they're all silver. So it'll be all done in this beautiful silver.
Okay, sounds nice.
When I get the new house. Oh, there will be photographs, don't worry.
Oh, sure.
And of course it will be perfect.
Indeed.
Styled within an inch of its life. There we go.
Like an Irish Martha Stewart, I tell you.
Exactly. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. But anyway,
listen, we should bring our guests on.
We should, because they're sitting there in hysterics looking at us. Yes.
Listen to all of our shenanigans. Let's bring them on. It's the lovely Mechelle and the Chalene. And bear with me, girls, while I deal with the technology bringing you in and see where you end up. There we go.
Yay.
Welcome.
You did.
Oh, that was so entertaining. Thank you. I learned so much.
Yeah, we were
learned all about mince pies.
Yeah, I told her, I says, I didn't know that was still a thing. I didn't know you still had mince pies and fruitcake.
Oh, yeah. There's probably a whole industry in England on it, I tell you. Mr. Kipling's mince pies are on the supermarket shelves, probably the day after Halloween, frankly, Graham.
Pretty much, yeah. We could buy them in November. Actually, my dad's favorite ones, the ones that he gets me to make, he makes me make them in puff pastry.
Ooh, yum.
That's his thing, and because you can get them in short crust pastry, which is nice. But sometimes he'll actually make me make an entire tart.
Ooh, well, you guys must do the mince pie. We'll do the turkey.
Yeah,
that works.
There we go. Well, I said you'll probably know how to do it properly than we do. So there we go.
But it's all about the days in advance, the brining that happens days in advance for your turkey. If you want a recipe, I'll send it over.
Well, definitely. I had to go out and buy pounds of butter to put in the turkey for my father-in-law because John said, get the butter. You get the butter because you'll get the butter that we'll all like. I don't know why. Because I'm a big butter. I don't eat margarine or anything. I like good butter.
Oh yeah, it has to be butter. Right. Yeah.
So he said, you go and get the butter and give it to my dad, and it was beautiful. It was really lovely. So he knew what he was doing. It fell apart. It was great. It wasn't dry or anything. So anyway,
wow.
We were good.
I brought my Gen Z American female tea Diet Coke.
Oh well, okay, fair enough.
I didn't think about grabbing a special tea.
Actual tea.
Right.
Well, I forget sometimes. Don't worry.
Yeah, sometimes we do. Sometimes we actually go through the whole episode without mentioning the tea.
Okay.
So I realized that once or twice. So just in case anybody's wondering, I'm drinking berries.
Okay.
Good. Pardon me.
Excellent.
I got mine. I got mine in my Snoopy Christmas mug.
Oh, I love Snoopy.
And Chalene, what are you drinking?
Nothing right now. I'm trying to drink more
Okay.
water so that I'm on a little bit of a break.
Oh, that's fair,
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Well,
Richard, really quick, do you have the Snoopy digital advent calendar for your phone?
Yes, I got it for myself and for my husband because we love Peanuts. We love a bit of Snoopy, and we love the Christmas one where they're all dancing, and we kind of take the kind of joke around about that. So when it came out, I'm like, I have to get this for us. I love it. I'm up to date. I did my calendar this morning. So
I haven't done that yet today, but I love it. Yeah.
Have you decorated your tree yet and everything?
No, I've only done my stocking, but I need to do my tree. Yeah.
You can do a tree. You can do a wreath. You can change all the colors in the living room and the kitchen, like the rug and the table and all that, and the wallpaper and the brick on the fireplace. It's great. There's lots to do. Keep you busy because we don't have enough to do.
Right.
Well, I don't have that app, but I have had a psychic encounter with Charles Schultz, if that means anything.
Oh my God. Well, hold on.
Don't tell us this one.
I mean, this is perfect for this episode. Tell us.
So I woke up in the middle of the night for a long time. I think I woke up in the middle of the night every night or almost. And I finally had to tell my people, can you talk to me during the day? Because I need to sleep. And then anyway, but I woke up in the night and you just have this feeling that someone's there. And so I kind of, was like, who is this? And I hear Charlie, like Charlie, and it's not a voice for me. It's more like a sense. It's almost like a little door opens and more information shows up. And I'm like, thinking, I don't know a Charlie, like, I don't know that name. And I'm thinking of all different ancestors. I'm like, I don't have that name. Like, I only know like Charlie Brown, and he's like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I went, okay. And I felt like he was saying, thank you for what you do. My mom suffered and needed help. And I appreciate what you do. And we have a lot of in common. So I got my phone out and started to Google because I didn't know much about Charles Schultz. And sure enough, his mom had many health problems. She died while he was going off to be in the military and had to come back for his funeral. But she struggled a lot with her health and therefore her mental health. And then sure enough, his daughter teaches at a college that's just, like half an hour away from me. And there was just all these little things that are similar. So I went on this little journey of watching every documentary I could about him to learn more because I didn't know, but it was kind of fun to say, you mean Charlie Brown? Yes, that's who it is. So there we go. There's my.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah, it's kind of fun when those things happen. I wish I could create them. They kind of just wake me up in the night, but that was one of them that was memorable and one that I could actually get on the computer and, verify, some of the information. So it's kind of fascinating.
Cool.
Wonderful. That's fantastic. I mean, it's such a. I've loved Snoopy for a long time, even being British, and one of my treasured possessions was a Snoopy money box, like like made out of china, and it's kind of so big, and it broke. My sister broke it a million years ago, and then one Christmas, like only a few years ago, she found one, and that was my Christmas present, and it was like it just made me cry because it was such a memory of our childhood. So it's not out, it's in the bedroom because it's near where I am. So it's weird how it's such an American thing. And then Sue and I now live in America. I think we've got such a connection to the USA.
Yeah.
But in different ways, so yeah, anyway, we could chat for so long. I mean, we could go on and on and on. I apologize, but yeah, so that's lovely. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
What a great connection to this episode and Christmas and everything.
Yeah. When we
go
ahead.
So, ladies, have you any questions for us?
Yes. Tell us everything about the future and everything about the world and how to
Well, funny you should ask that because
funny, yeah. Well, actually, I'm kind of looking into the energy of next year, and this year has been crazy, but I combined with what's going on with all the different energies of the full moons and stuff for next year, and actually, next year is going to be really good. So I'm going to start us with a guided meditation to bring in the energy of the new year into each chakra. And then I'll read for both of you, and then I'm going to do a Cledon for everybody, like a whole wheel of the year, and then just to go through like an energetic forecast for the whole year about what's happening and what the cards are saying for the energies of each month. But actually looking at it, and I felt this for a long time, and things that I have felt and put through the cards are materializing globally, that I have felt. There's going to be shifts politically, etc., and they're all starting to happen. The things that I'm seeing that I may have told you both privately at one point, we can see that all kind of happening already. So I feel 2026 is proof, but it's preparing us all for 2027 when the big shift happens. So, God, that sounds very conspiratorial, but no, energetically, it's supposed to be really beautiful. 27 for everybody. So, but 26. Very good, yeah. So there's no really bad energy, which I'm quite liking. So, but I'll do that because I did a personal one of these for myself last year, and everything that I read has happened. So it's a useful tool for reflection. So yeah, we shall see. So anyway,
Cool.
So yes, anything else you want to ask us before we go down? Any questions? Because I know you both paid attention to our last episode.
Yes. We can talk for. I have many questions, but Chalene.
No, I don't have any.
We'll do that later. Well, I will. All I'm going to say is I'll probably have more stories when I come back after Christmas, because I'm going to Gran Canaria for Christmas next week. At the end of next week. Oh, I can't wait. I need to escape all the storms. We're on to storm 175 this week. It's Storm Bran, and oh my God, I'm just and plagues and all sorts of stuff. This awful flus going around. And last week in the school that I work in, we have normally 50 something students. It's so bad at the moment. I think we had 12 in on one of the days.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It's just so bad, so. But so anyway. So right, well, who'd like to go first? Let's start with the meditation first.
Yeah.
Let's do that first.
Forgive me with the technology, and I'm so sorry, Charlene, that we've kind of got our little logo hiding you. So I'm going to play around.
I moved my little face up.
Oh, good. Okay, because I was like, we didn't plan. I haven't planned for 2 guests ever. So, we as I shift the technology around,
baptism of fire.
Say again,
we're pioneering it.
It's a baptism of fire.
Exactly. Well, I think I've got to work out how to give the room to Graham while we do a meditation, because I normally kind of bounce away from it. So let's see if I can make that work for all of us. There we go. Over to you, Graham.
Okay. So I'm going to invite you now to close your eyes and make yourself very comfortable where you're sitting or lying down. And I want you to start to take a deep breath into the nose and out through the mouth. So in again through the nose and out through the mouth. And with each exhale, let the energy of the old year fall away. And with each inhale, I want you to open to the blessings of 2026. So exhale, energy of the old year. And inhale, joy, abundance, and the blessings of 2026. So I want you now to gently bring your awareness to your root chakra at the base of your spine. And here, I want you to see a warm red light glowing steadily. I want you to repeat after me. In 2026, I am grounded, safe, and supported. In 2026, I am grounded, safe, and supported. In 2026, I am grounded, safe, and supported. And I want you to feel the earth rise to meet you, forming a strong, steady foundation beneath your feet. Next, I want you to bring your attention to your lower belly, to your sacral chakra, which rules creativity and flow. And here I want you to see a gentle orange light, swirling, fluid, and vibrant. And again, I want you to affirm along with me, in 2026, I welcome creativity, joy, and authentic expression. In 2026, I welcome creativity, joy, and authentic expression. In 2026, I welcome creativity, joy, and authentic expression. And feel your emotional waters clearing, making space for new inspiration to flow freely. And next, I want you to bring your energy to the area just above your navel, to your solar plexus, which rules confidence and purpose. And here I want you to see a golden sun begin to glow warmly, filling your whole tummy. As you feel inner fire awakening, guiding you forward with confidence, I want you to affirm with me now. In 2026, I stand in my power and move with clarity and purpose. In 2026, I stand in my power and move with clarity and purpose. In 2026, I stand in my power and move with clarity and purpose. Next, we bring our attention to our heart chakra, the center of love and compassion. Bring your attention now to the center of your chest. And here I want you to see a soft green light pulsing gently. As you affirm, in 2026, I give and receive love freely. My heart is open, healed, and whole. In 2026, I give and receive love freely. My heart is open, healed, and whole. In 2026, I give and receive love freely. My heart is open, healed, and whole. And feel warmth blooming across your chest, renewing your compassion for yourself and others. Now, bringing your attention to your throat chakra, the center of truth and clear communication, I want you to see a clear blue light shimmering, feeling your channels of expression opening, allowing your truth to flow with ease. As you affirm, in 2026, my voice is steady, honest, and empowered. In 2026, my voice is steady, honest, and empowered. In 2026, my voice is steady, honest, and empowered. Moving your attention now to your third eye chakra, which rules insight and inner vision. Just between your eyebrows, I want you to see an indigo light begin to spiral softly. As you feel clarity settling into your mind, revealing the next steps on your path, I want you to affirm, in 2026, I trust my intuition and my inner vision guides me wisely. In 2026, I trust my intuition and my inner vision guides me wisely. In 2026, I trust my intuition and my inner vision guides me wisely. And finally, moving our attention to our crown chakra at the top of our head, which is our connection to the divine and higher guidance. I want you to see a radiant violet-white light expanding upwards from the top of your head, reaching up into the heavens, allowing yourself to feel yourself align with the higher flow as new blessings descend into your life. We will affirm, in 2026, I am connected to Source, supported by the universe, and open to miracles. In 2026, I am connected to Source, supported by the universe, and open to miracles. In 2026, I am connected to Source, supported by the universe, and open to miracles. Allow this beautiful energy to flow through you, through each of your chakras, from root to crown, and crown to root. Root to crown, and crown to root. Now, take a slow, deep breath in, and gently exhale, visualizing all 7 lights forming a harmonious column of energy within you, balanced, renewed, and ready for the year ahead, carrying the energy of clarity, empowerment, and possibility into 2026. Take another deep breath in, exhaling slowly, When you feel ready, slowly return to the room, opening your eyes, feeling renewed, refreshed, and calm.
That was beautiful, Graham. Thank you.
I always
You're
love your
welcome.
chakra ones. I love your chakra ones. They're great. Every time.
There we go.
Perfect.
Put you in a different corner, Graham, so I can
Yeah, we all look better there. Isn't that better? Yeah.
look up there.
We can see our lovely guests.
I'm in the
Exactly.
Richard's head's cut off. You've got a hat.
Well, that's all right. We're going to share this. Each one's going to get a little bit of it as we go around the rest of the
Great.
program.
That's great.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Exactly. It's all good.
Thank you,
So-
Graham. That was lovely.
So yeah. So how are you looking forward to 2026, girls?
Yes.
I hope if it's a new start, you say yes.
Yes. We're planning on it. It's a year one numerology as well. So it's
Exactly.
a beginning. Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be powerful, I think, for a lot of people. Hoping, because I tell you what, 2025 felt like the longest decade. It's like, It really did. It was such a strange year. So many odd things.
Very.
Very, very odd things. But sure, look, you live and you learn, don't you?
We
But I
survived.
do think
We survived.
we
that's
did,
we
and
did.
that's it. And we always do, you know.
That's
And
true.
Chris, who works with me in the community, in the spiritual group, they are a history teacher, and they always say to me, it's patterns. And if once you know the pattern, you always know that you'll survive. You know,
Right.
you know. And I think we're just in a peculiar cycle at the moment, you know. So, you know,
Yeah.
but we will get there. But anyway, so who'd like to go first? I'm gonna do a no grown let go for each of you.
Okay.
So.
Okay. I don't know what that is, so tell us what that is.
So basically, I'm going to do a 3-card reading for each of you. So to give you your energies, what you need to know, what you need to work on, and what you need to let go of to move into 2026, and what that will be for the rest of the year. And I'll pull a clarifying card then to kind of give you the energy of what will sum up your whole year for you. I was writing these on Christmas cards for all the members of my cult at the weekend. So they're all getting a beautiful gold foil tarot card in their little Christmas card with all this message written out for them, so they can have it to refer to for the year. So you know, that'll be quite nice. Yeah, actually, yeah, I came across them and I thought, oh god, they're really pretty. So I thought, yeah. So I can't really show you them because you now see them in the lights, but there's pictures of them on Instagram, so you can see them. So.
Okay.
But anyway, so who'd like to go first?
Go, Chalene.
Okay, I'll go. Yep, I'm going.
All
Okay,
right.
so
Graham, are you doing the overhead,
Yeah.
Graham? Well, all right.
Yeah.
So
I
bear with
am.
me again with our technology, but let's see. Let's give you to Graham. No, that's the
Well,
wrong
no,
one.
actually, you know what? Maybe Richard, just for this time, maybe we should leave the. Can we? Because everybody can see that, can't they? Can you
Yeah.
see
Okay.
this?
Whatever. Again,
What do
we've
you
never
think?
done this many people before, so we're learning. So
Yeah, exactly.
how does that feel for you, Graham?
Yeah, I'm
Richard,
okay. Because this is a 3-card read anyway, so you know it's fine for this, and because it's important to see the ladies, you know, on screen.
I'm going to try one of the other versions just to see if this works.
Okay.
You better know. I just need to. Page. No, it's.
I mean, if you could put me there where you
That's
are.
what I'm trying to do that. So get.
Oh, there I am. Where are you now?
You did it.
You did it.
But he's gone.
There we
he is.
go.
Oh, there he did it. Yay. That's grand.
God, like it's we just about managed the
How we're
technology.
good at this. Yeah. Yeah.
We get there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We get
over
there in
to
the
you,
end.
lovely
That's
Graham.
great.
So, Chalene, when you're ready, I want you to tell me to stop. Okay, stop shuffling the cards when you want me to. So just think about what
Stop.
it is you'd like to know. Okay. Now, I'm going to do left. I'm going to do middle, and I'm going to do right. Which of the 3 piles would you like?
Middle.
Into the middle to solve the riddle. Okay, now, so I think just for extra fun, I want you to shout at me top, middle, or bottom.
Top.
Top. Okay, so that's what you need to know.
Okay.
Now I'm going to shuffle these remaining ones, and again, tell me stop, and then say top, middle, or bottom.
Stop. Middle.
Middle. Okay. And same thing again.
Okay. Stop.
Okay.
Middle.
Middle. Okay. Oh, that one came jumping out, so that's for you. Okay, now let's have a look. What did you get? Oh, I'm liking this. It has to be that way. Yes. Interesting. Okay, that makes sense. So what you need to know is your burdens are coming to an end. You have the 10 of Wands reversed. So that for me is what you need to know. So all the things that you've been struggling with are about to come to an end financially, etc.
Wow.
This is about you harnessing your own willpower to move forward. Okay, so this is moving into, and of course 10 is of course lovely because we're in a 10 year next year. So it is really powerful, and it's about you finding your own voice and speaking up for yourself. This is really, really interesting, and it's about you getting your mojo back and being divinely guided and trusting in your own instincts.
Wow.
Is this resonating?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, it's, for me, the energy is that you've been carrying around a lot of other people's crap, and you're going to put it down and just focus on yourself.
Wow.
Okay, because your next card, what you need to grow is the Chariot. Okay, because the Chariot is all about will and discipline, so that ties in beautifully with this. So
Yeah.
for me, this is a turning point for you, because this is about you. You've been going and going and going and going, right? But there's been no balance because it's all about other people, and you've been putting other people's needs in front of you. So this is about you steering the chariot now for yourself.
Wow.
Okay, because it's your stepping into this, and you're hoping for a better future. Hence, I'm being drawn to the stars on top of his head.
Okay.
Yeah, can you see those?
Barely.
Yes, barely.
Okay.
Hang on, let me see if I adjust this now. No, that doesn't work. Hang on, let me have a look. You should be able to see that. There we go. I'll leave it up anyway. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
you can see that. You can see that on his head, the crown, the stars.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yes. So this is all about the balance between the masculine and the feminine. And for me, it's about you've been subjugating yourself, and you're not listening. And Cancer here, you've actually been pushing down your own emotions as well. You've the sign of
Yeah.
Cancer on the belt. So this is about you stepping into your emotional, intuitive self next year and really pushing your own agenda and moving forward. It's like this is your destiny card. Okay. So it's about 7. It's knowledge and experience. It's a card of mastery. So this is really about you making huge changes and strides forwards in your next line in the next year. Okay.
Wow.
And in the traditional Rider-Waite, these would be 2 sphinxes. And of
Okay.
course, what is the Sphinx? But it's a hybrid animal. It's between it's our spiritual self and our animal self, and it's about putting those 2 natures together and not being trapped in fear. Okay,
Wow.
and listening to what you're being guided to do. Okay, so this
Okay.
is really good. And then, interestingly enough, what you've to let go of, and this is quite interesting because it's the 4 of Wands reversed. Okay, so 4s are always stability or stagnation. Okay, and again, I don't know you very well, but what I feel is it's like, if I'm looking at this is because this is usually a happy home life and everything else if it's upright. So for me, it's about your fears of financial ruin and everything else. If you push yourself into your spiritual aspect, all the things that will collapse around you, you need to let go of all that fear, because it's actually blocking your own creative energy and your own drive and your own willpower. I hope this is resonating. I don't know if this is what you're feeling. Okay, so for me, this is about you, because sometimes the brain is hardwired, remember, for safety, and it's it's survival, not happiness, right? So sometimes we block ourselves from doing things from fear, because even if we're unhappy in something, we'll stay in it because it's safe, it's familiar. Okay, because we conflate safety and familiarity, even if even if we're desperately unhappy, because we understand it. Okay, so this is about you letting all of those fears go, because they're actually blocking you from moving into this sense of power that you actually have, because it's like you're too busy with what other people are going to say about you and think about you, and that's actually stopping you from going forward. Because again, I'm seeing all this yellow. My hands are burning now. So the yellow is basically, of course, our solar plexus chakra, which is our sense of identity and all the stuff that we believe about ourselves. So your biggest thing is, right, I'm hearing the word shame.
Yeah.
Shame is a lie we've allowed other people to tell us about how we live our life.
Okay.
So you need to put that away.
Okay.
Yeah. Is this resonating with you?
It is. Yeah, I'm sweating
So
over here.
yeah, so you have to stop living in this fear of, oh my God, this could go wrong and this could go wrong and this could go wrong. What would happen if it did?
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
you know. So this is the energy that you're being asked to step into, because otherwise you're blocking your own sense of potential. And as they say, when you take one step towards the gods, they'll take 10 steps towards you.
Hmm.
I'm going to pull, and I'm going to do this again. I'm going to pull your overall theme. I hope this is making sense to you.
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. So same thing when you're ready.
Stop.
Okay. Top, middle, bottom.
Middle.
Middle. Okay. And look at this again. It's the Knight of Cups reversed. So the Knight of Cups is a dreamy person. Knights are always about taking action. Okay. But your whole thing about this whole thing for you is about you not giving in to other people's stories that they've been telling you. This is the message. You need to step into your own power and take chances to move into the undiscovered country. Because you're listening to, oh, this one says this one, oh my God, she's doing that, she's totally nuts, blah 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 blah, and that's getting in your head. You're getting this, and you're going to start following your dreams. That's why it came out reverse. You're being asked to follow your dreams and stop listening to these other things, because you're being divinely guided to do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And you have to stop questioning yourself. The biggest thing for you is you have to stop questioning your own abilities, because I actually think you're quite highly psychic, but then you doubt yourself all the time. And I think this is also part of this. And this is why you feel it can't work.
Yes. Yep. I've heard that before. And yes, I don't trust myself. So
yeah.
Okay.
So this is you stepping into this energy for next year. Okay.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Okay. Cool.
Awesome.
And look at this. You're going to find your community. You're building the community of your dreams. That was the bottom. That was the theme card. So there you go. 3 of Cups.
Thank you, Graham.
Wow.
I saw you. You were nodding your head like a dog. It was so funny. So, while I was saying this, it's like, I promise everybody she never had a conversation with me beforehand about this, just in case.
No, we didn't.
But Mechelle would know you really well. So
yeah, she does.
Yes.
So,
wonderful. Thank you.
So that was great.
Yeah, it was. Thank you.
And don't forget, listeners, Graham's doing a Cledon, which means if you can take that message for yourself to our lovely listeners at home, watching and listening, if it resonates with you, it's for you as well. That's what the Cledon is about. It's for both the person in the reading in the room, and if people are listening outside and it means something, it does, because because you feel it does. So that's great. It's wonderful.
Yes. So, from my adventures in Greece, I went to the Oracle of Delphi, where that came from. So
that's right.
Yes. Oh, by the way, I'm planning my Easter holidays at the moment. I know I haven't even gone on this one.
I was going to say, he never misses a chance to tell us when he's been, where he's going, if he's going to get on a plane and go somewhere fabulous.
Well, I'm actually, so I'm planning all my holidays, but definitely next year there's going to be a slight road trip to the south of France to visit the Mary Magdalene Caves in search of the divine feminine and the Cathars.
Is that in the there's a place in the south of France where where Mary Magdalene was meant to have kind of gotten off the boat, and they honor her as if she was like really came to France. I mean,
she did.
No, I know, but I mean, they. For those that may not know, it's part. I think it's part of Dan Brown's books, isn't it? That he talks about that moment that she comes to France, and that town honors that moment. If is that where you're going? Is that the place?
That'll be one of the places, and we're actually they do have a cave. Apparently, legend has it that she lived in this cave the last few years of her life, and you can go up into it, and there's a grotto. So we're going to that, and you can see her apparently skull, and then we're going to. We're going to a few other places. We're going in search of the Cathars as well, which were the remnants of the Essene sect, which had Mary and Jesus in it. So they all fled to France. And then they were, of course, killed in the Crusades. So it'll be an interesting week. So
yeah.
Wow. So, Mechelle, what would you like?
All right. What would I like? What are you going to tell me?
Well, this is that. So I'm going to do the same type of reading. So again, I want you to empty your mind, and I want you to concentrate on what it is that you would like to know for the year ahead. So we're going to ask what you need to know, what you need to grow, and what you need to let go of.
Okay.
So we'll do it in exactly the same way. So I'm going to, when you're ready, tell me to stop, and I'll divide into 3 piles.
Okay. Stop.
Okay. Now, so we're going to have left, we're going to have middle, and we're going to have right. Which pile would you like?
Right.
Okay. Now, and I'm going to do the same thing again. So I'm going to shuffle this pile, and when you're ready, tell me top, middle, or bottom for what you need to know.
Okay. Stop.
Okay.
Top.
Top. Okay. Same thing again.
Okay.
What you need to grow.
Okay. Stop. Bottom.
Okay. And again, we're going to do the same thing.
Stop.
Okay.
Bottom again.
Bottom again. Okay. So. Ooh.
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 Different.
Oh my.
Very, very different.
Yeah.
Orange.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Very interesting. So what you need to know has come out as the Page of Swords, but it's come out reversed. So the Page of Swords is about, again, it's a new path forward. Okay. So basically for this, because it's then coupled with the 6 of coins, and then the final card is the Sun, which is very interesting in the let go position. So what I think for you, the Page of Swords is telling you, you need to stop waiting for the shoe to drop. You're throwing your energy into so many directions, hoping something will land, when you actually know where you're supposed to be focusing it.
Okay.
Is it making sense?
Yeah.
Because actually what you're doing is you're expending your energy in too many directions.
Okay.
Rather than just focusing on what you're supposed to focus on.
Okay.
And it's about your thoughts. They're becoming scattered. So it's asking you to focus your willpower on something. Okay. Because that's the problem. You're like, oh, we could do this, and we could do this, and we could do this, and we could do this. And therefore you're not giving everything the right amount of attention.
Okay.
That making sense? Okay. Because it's you're also not listening to what your spirits are telling you. And hence you're kind of not you're wasting your energy, because I'm going to say this is the greatest love and respect in the world. It's your ego getting in the way.
My ego.
Yeah. And ego's not being that you're egotistical, it just means your fear. It's
Right.
the fear voice.
Right.
Because I'm being drawn to the purple and the red, and they're in reverse. So therefore what I'm feeling is that your fear about the material world is kind of pushing you to do all of this, rather than you sit with spirit and actually work in harmony. Is this making sense to you?
Yeah. Yep.
And therefore your thoughts are all becoming very, very jumbled. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then what you need to grow, interestingly, is balance. It's give and take. You also need to allow people to help you. You're not very good at that. Yes. Because this is but it's also to do with doubt. Because this guy, remember, 6 is always the number of perseverance. But after we persevere, we find peace. Okay. And I want you to look at this card very carefully, because this guy is a master craftsman. Okay. So, but he has over his heart, if you look at this, over his heart chakra, there's a red dot, and then we have the higher heart chakra with the green vest. Okay, you see that the turquoise vest? Okay, so this is to do with you stepping into your own sense of authority, because that's where the balance is coming. You don't trust people to do what they're supposed to do, and therefore you're overwhelming yourself. Okay, so there's no balance. Okay, so you need to, again, if you look at this, it's give and take, the 2 hands. Okay, and you also need to trust in your own expertise, because again, I'm seeing I'm being drawn to all this orange. There's so much orange, as Richard pointed out. That is, of course, our creativity. Okay, but sometimes if we waste our creativity by expending it in all directions, nothing ever hits for us. So you're being asked to kind of bring everything into a sense of balance, to trust people, to delegate better, and then to decide this is where we're focusing our energy. Because if I go back to the page, I'm going to bring it up to the screen a little bit closer. Okay, that way. Okay, if you look there's 3 columns standing and 1 knocked down. So the way is open for you to move forward. So you're not actually trapped. The only trapping is your own sense of illusion.
Okay.
That making sense to you?
Yeah.
And this is kind of really interesting because the sun, I'm looking at the sun, and the sun is usually an extremely positive card.
Yeah.
Okay. And the sun is about like good things, holidays, health, everything else, right? But what you need to let go of, and this is quite interesting. So I think if I'm listening to this and I'm listening to this correctly, of course, the sun is, of course, card 19, which then, of course, becomes, when a 9 becomes 10. Okay. So you have a fear that everything is going to go against you because you can see the good times beginning to start. And it's again your fear that the cycle is going to flip and everything's going. And also, this could be to do with health. I'm feeling this is like something to do with your own health. You're a bit maybe worried about something. Because again, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm seeing that's the number of change. And again, it's balance. So I'm feeling this is to do with you're worrying yourself about situations unnecessarily, and then you're blocking your own abundance. You need to give over on that fear, if that makes sense. A bit like this. So that it kind of is actually working together with these. So it's about you trusting in the process rather than trying to force the change to happen. Because otherwise what you're doing is you're exhausting yourself, which is what I'm feeling. That's the energy. Okay. So you're draining your own battery.
Yeah.
Because you're carrying too much responsibility. Is that making sense?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And Chalene is smiling there. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I have a journal that I journal, and I was just thinking about this yesterday because I haven't journaled in it for a while, which when I journal, it's my downloads, you know. Yeah. And I realized I'm like, I think I'm not writing it lately, like it's going to run out or something. Like I'll run out, like the heavens will run out. And I realized I'm like, that doesn't work, but I can still feel it in myself. You know, I was admitting that I felt that in myself. So that makes sense.
God, you never know. I might actually be psychic, ladies.
You might.
So let's. Graham.
I know. I should consider doing this for a living. I really should. But let's have a look and see what your theme for the year is. Okay. So give me.
Okay, you can stop. Yeah. Top.
Interesting. The world.
The world.
Ooh.
Yes. So what does the world do? Look at the dancer between the world, right? So this is the card of victory, but you have to just remember everything that you need is inside of yourself, but you just have to give it time to cook and dance precariously. Remember that sense of balance. Okay. It's the dance between intuition and ego.
Okay.
Right. So you need to listen to your ego. Okay. And dance that dance, because remember, this is a cosmic egg. So what is it? It's the cosmic womb. Your world is you're about to give birth to everything that you actually want, but you need to just take everything that comes towards you, and remember, balance is always key. Because what does the dancer of the world do? She dances delicately between everything. Okay, and actually, she's actually the divine hermaphrodite. She's ego and intuition balanced together. Okay, so it's that cosmic dance, and remembering, reclaiming the power that you have. Hence the 4 cardinal energies of the zodiac are there as well. Okay, so victory is yours, but you need to just trust in the process. And remember, you have everything that you want, but you need to be very careful about what it is you actually put your energy into. So you need to decide where it is you want to go, and trust the process.
And trust the process.
Because remember, this is, of course, card 21, and 2 and 1 becomes 3, which is, of course, the number of Christ consciousness, which is where we obtain mastery over everything. Because 3 comes after we make a hard decision.
Okay.
And we balance things out. That making sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. To trust is to trust the process. Problem. Yeah, versus I got to make it happen. Yeah, I definitely lean toward the got to make it happen side.
Because the thing is, if we do keep going to make it happen, what happens if we tighten our grip on things? We tighten our grip on things. We tighten our grip on things, and there's no oxygen, so nothing can breathe, nothing can grow. We stagnate it. Hence the 4 pillars over here, and the one is knocked down. So you need to remember to take a breath, okay, and allow yourself to receive. Sometimes that's the hardest part. Right.
Totally. Yep. Yeah, because there's always a million things to do, and trust isn't usually on the list.
Exactly.
That needs to come first. I like it. That is really good advice I like it. I like it a lot.
Good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Graham.
Not a problem. So we're going to come out of this for a second because I did a pre-read on this. And we can have a little chat while I lay out the cards to show you what's going to happen next year.
Okay.
Do you want to be in vision, Mel? There we go. You've done it.
There we go.
There you are.
Yes. So yes, that's my script. So you can chat away.
Chat away.
Chat away.
Are you all Christmas people? Have you got Christmas plans? Or what do you do?
Yes, very Christmas. Yes, I've decorated, but just staying here, not traveling anywhere. But about you, Mechelle?
Good.
Yeah, we're staying, and we do have our tree up, and
Yay.
There's a lot of trees that go up in November around my house. I noticed this year. I noticed a lot of trees up, and I thought that was fascinating.
Yeah, I think it's happening a lot because I see a lot of memes about people saying, don't if someone's put their tree up early, let them have the joy of it. And I think that's really lovely because just because it's meant to go up on a certain day, we're in a modern world, and hey, I'm all for bringing a bit of witchcraft and paganism whenever you want it. That's my view.
Exactly.
And honestly, if it gives you joy, great. Like I said, I used to fight with my mom all the time. She just was so, in her upbringing and tradition, it was you put it up receive, and I love the magic of that you're doing it, you're decorating the tree on that day before.
It does.
It's a lovely thought, but
a lot of
I
work
want to enjoy it. Yeah. Christmas Eve is a busy enough day as it is. That thing you got to put the tree up on Christmas Day.
That's true.
Christmas Eve, but yeah, no, I think I've fallen into the American tradition that we have Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
We used to go and get our real tree from round the corner, like by our supermarket that's walkable as
It's so magical thinking about New York and Christmas.
Yeah, no, and I don't know whether you see the news, but there's like these Christmas tree sellers, and they're all over. There's a lot of them in Manhattan. And then we have one round the corner, and they do all different trees. And they're there, and then somebody sleeps in the hut next to them all the time from when they go out, kind of just after Thanksgiving. They're I don't know where they come from, but they appear and they have all these trees. And we used to get one, and they were always lovely to us. And they would trim it and put it in a net, and it was great. And I miss doing that, but we're 3 floors up, so I'm getting to a point where I can just about carry it. And we don't really have the room. In the pandemic, we moved one of our spare rooms around, and there isn't quite the room for a big real tree in our living room. We used to put it in the spare room that you could see from the living room.
Right.
So it's really strange how things change. But anyway, I think Graham's ready. Sorry, are you ready for it?
No, keep chatting. It's Christmas show.
It's very true. We have a fake one, but also the fake ones hold the heavy ornaments better. The poor real trees. Although my mom would say, "Well, yes, but if you're putting up Christmas Eve, it's fine. It won't dry out because you're only putting it up the day before." Because I can hear her in my ear roll going, "Well, that's why you put the Christmas tree up on Christmas Eve, Richard." I can hear her saying it. But yeah,
Yeah, I have to wait until after Thanksgiving as well because my birthday is at the end of November, so I have to kind of move from my birthday into Christmas. But I am a very much OCD about my tree as well, Graham. Like my poor kids, like we have 2 trees, and I mean my kids are all adults now, but even as a kid, it was like the kids would all leave and I would put up the tree. Like it was like my ceremony, my ritual.
Aww.
Like I love it. So I have a bit of a talent if I can brag for a little bit. I can do a tree. I can do a good tree. I should send you some pictures. Like I can do a good tree.
We don't theme it like because I've got too many ornaments that I want to put on the tree, and they don't necessarily match a theme. So it's like I feel like when we get a house, there will be at least 3 trees, because one will be a Halloween tree. Because John, we've got Halloween themed ornaments on our tree. And he has a little black tree in the bedroom that stays up all year with other Halloween stuff. So I know when we get a house, there'll be one big Halloween tree. There'll be one kind of mix match one. and then there'll be the one I'll do, which will be super traditional because he won't let me put lametta on it, which I'd like to do, but he doesn't like it. So it's, you have to compromise. So I'm like, when we get a house with a formal living room, there'll be a formal tree, there'll be a family room tree, there'll be the Halloween tree, there'll probably be bathroom trees. They'll be small then. I can see it now. It will never end because we've got ornaments in a box that we just got no room to put up anywhere. So I know, So anyway, what about you, Charlene? What's your tree like, Charlene?
I used to really decorate it and be stressed out, and everyone would have to, like Mechelle said, go away because it was a fight. And this year I kind of let it go. I just said, I'm just going to do something simple.
Lovely.
And we're going to put all the family ornaments because every year I give my kids their own ornaments so that when they leave the house, they can take those with them to start their tree.
Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely.
Yeah. So I put all of those on the tree so we can just look at it and be like, oh, yeah, there's that one. And yeah.
Nice.
Cute.
Yeah. And I think people need cheer after 2025 because the decorating stores and all this stuff, people were just buying it because they just wanted to feel better. I think this has been a hard year.
I felt that too. I felt that's why a lot of trees went up, as they were like kind of saying, all right, we're kind of on to the next. Let's move this thing along.
I kind of felt that too. Yeah. I mean, this year has been miserable for a lot of people.
Yes.
Yeah, it really has. It's been so full of hardship financially and everything else for so many people. And but hopefully next year will all be lovely. But I actually fell victim to one of those slight internet scams.
Oh no.
Not on a major scale.
You were influenced. I
was influenced to buy something, and I have to say, I kind of thought to myself, my intuition went, Graham, this is a scam, but it looked so realistic. I said, you know what? If it turns out to be lovely, I'll have a lovely little mini tree, and I'll put like they were supposed to be tarot Christmas decorations.
Oh wow.
And when you bought this tree, or when you bought these, they were like on the Instagram ad, it had all these lovely little they looked real, right? But when I got them, it's an advent calendar, and it was awful because it's just 2D little things in plastic.
Oh no.
Like pictures stuck in little plastic that you put a thread through, and I'm kind of like, no. Now to be fair, it wasn't terribly expensive.
Right.
I should have known by that, which I did, but I thought to myself, I'll give it a go and I'll live in hope, and maybe there's honest people.
Well, you never know. I always think, as long as you haven't been scammed out of $100,000, maybe the $10 or the $20 you spent helped somebody pay a bill, and
that's the way
I watch that away. You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
But,
I was kind of slightly miffed when they came. But
Been there, done that. Yep. That's rough.
Do you have it right there to show us?
I do.
I want to see.
Because I was so terribly disappointed. So this was the box. As you can see, I didn't open it. I just opened the lid, and when I felt all the rattling, I thought, no, this isn't good. So look.
Oh no. It's a shrinkadink.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as you made it sound now, you know what I mean?
Well, no, because I was expecting like little, I thought they were going to be like lovely little wooden carvings. From the look of it, and there's your rope and everything else. And, no. So I was a bit disappointed. So next year, everybody, listen to my tale of woe and don't buy.
Don't buy. You can make your own shrinkadink.
That's what I'm thinking.
Exactly. So, shall we go to the Wheel of the Year, Fred?
Yes, please.
Okay. So, again, I'm just going to change my camera around. Well, I'm using a different deck.
Oh, what have we got? Now?
I'm using the Art Nouveau Tarot.
Oh, lovely.
Richard, should we make him big so we can?
Yeah, sorry. Well done. Yeah, I was. Okay. I didn't realize.
I figured I'd delight. Yes.
Lovely.
Okay, so I am using the Art Nouveau Tarot.
It's got a bit of a Rider-Waite kind of inspiration.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of it is a Rider-Waite, but it's kind of just done in a sort of
lovely. No, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, right. So here we go. So this is the Wheel of the Year. So each card represents a month. Okay. So we're opening with January. So we opened the year with the Hierophant, and this energy is all about remembering who we are and what we stand for. So in January, it's inviting us back to our spiritual roots, our rituals, and the practices that help us feel grounded. It's a month for reconnecting with wisdom, whether through teachers, traditions, or that inner voice that's been whispering us to all along. Okay, so that's January, the Hierophant. Okay, so that's kind of a lovely way to start the year. It's about remembering who you are. And again, for you ladies, we see the theme of balance, because again, on this card we have the divine feminine represented here and the divine masculine with the two monks, and we have the keys to the kingdom here. So the Hierophant is about establishing your voice, okay, and being balanced and taking charge, okay. And 5, remember, is the change. So be the change you want to see. Okay. So then February, I'm loving this. There were so many major arcana cards for this, and it's all positive and wands and everything. It's lovely energy. So then we have for February, we're having the Emperor. So the Emperor arrives with a firm hand on the wheel, encouraging us to take control of the things we can shape. He's all that Aries energy. So this is boundary setting energy, boundary setting energy, should I say, and no because becomes a full sentence in this month, and yes becomes a conscious choice. So it's about choosing what works for us. So we step into our own authority, we organize our lives, and we lead from a place of clarity and confidence. Okay, so that's what the Emperor is asking us to do. And of course, he is stability, number 4, but he's also that Aryan energy, you know, with the ram. It's like taking charge. Who are you? What are you doing? What are you working for? Okay, so that's what he's pushing forward with all of this. And you see, he holds the globe in his hand. And again, he has the ankh here, but top of the crucifix, which is all about the 4 directions. Okay, it's the 4 elements. Everything is inside of you. Again, it's that, but are you going to use your fire wisely? So then, I'm loving this. We have for March, we have the Lovers. Okay, so that's a very interesting card. So the Lovers, this isn't just about romance, though for some of you that spark may well show up, but it's really about alignment. And this month asks, who are you becoming, and what choices honor that? We're invited to choose authenticity over obligation, love over fear, and connection over convenience. Okay, because if you look, Eve isn't looking at Adam. She's actually looking at Archangel Raphael, because she's trying to get a bit of divine guidance. She's listening to Raphael, who rules what? Emotions, the water. He is, of course, the Page of Cups in disguise. Okay, so it's about that. And the Lovers is also interesting because it's all about the apple over here. Okay, and the apple is what truths become unveiled if we truly listen. Remember that. Okay, so we have to listen to our spiritual guidance. And then we move into April, and again we have another major arcana card, and again it's the divine feminine, totally in her abundance phase. It is the Empress. So okay, so this is really powerful stuff. So when she arrives like soft sunlight on your skin, and she's about creativity and abundance and nourishment. So something begins to blossom in our lives, a project, a relationship, a new part of ourselves. It's a month of receiving, of feeling held, and of remembering that we deserve beauty and pleasure simply because we're here. That's what the Empress is asking us to remember. Okay? Now, then we move into May, my favorite month, because of course I was born then, and we have the High Priestess. Okay, yes, so our energy is turning inwards. So the High Priestess asks us to listen, truly listen, to the quiet spaces within. Intuition strengthens, dreams begin to speak, secrets rise, and this is a month to trust your inner knowing more than external noise. The veil is thin. Of course it is thin, because of course what happens on the 1st of May, May Day, when of course the pixies and sprites and the middle world start to blossom. So the veil is thin, and all those elementals will be there to help us. Okay, so the veil is thin, and the whispers of your soul are louder than they've been in a long time. So that's quite interesting. Okay, so that's May. And again, we see the theme of balance. Look, the 2 pillars. Okay, so it's about ego and intuition. Okay, and allowing the waters of life to flow and trusting in your story, hence the scroll on her lap. Okay, and again, we have the crucifix, yet again reminding us that we have everything inside of us. Okay, because it's actually the 4 directions, the 4 elements to manifest, because ultimately we're going to end up over here with the Magician, but I'll get there in a minute. Okay, so 2, again, the High Priestess is of course 2, choice. Listen to your intuition, the balance between your ego and your intuition, everything in balance. Okay. And then we have June. And I'm loving June because we had this for you, Chalene. We had the 10 of Wands.
Yes, my birthday's in June, so perfect.
Wow.
And wait till you hear this, because June is going to be our global reality check.
Wow.
Okay. So the 10 of Wands shows us where we've been carrying too much emotionally, mentally, and physically. And this month is encouraging to release, setting down burdens we never needed to carry. It's not a punishment, it's liberation. June is teaching us that rest isn't weakness, it's wisdom.
Wow.
And then I asked what we're getting in July. And again, we have the Chariot.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, remember what I said about the two sphinxes earlier? Yeah. So the Chariot and July sweeps in with momentum. The Chariot is going to bring us victory, progress, and forward motion once we put down what's been weighing us down in June. We can move with purpose again. This is a month of breakthroughs, achievements, and reclaiming the direction of our lives. Okay, that's a good energy, isn't it? You know, and again, we have the divine guidance and protection. And again, we also have the symbol of the divine yoni and lingam. If you see here on the shield, okay, that's the Shiva lingam. So it's about the balance between the divine feminine and masculine again here. But also we have Saint Michael guiding us because they're his wings. Okay. Interesting. So then we have August, and we have the 6 of Wands. And I'm going on holidays in August, so that's lovely because it's all of travel. Okay. Sorry, the 6 of Swords, should I say. The 6 of Swords in August carries us across a bridge. The 6 of Swords is transition, energy, healing, and movement, and gentle change. We leave behind old patterns and head towards calmer emotional waters. Okay, it may be a literal journey in my case. I'm going back to Greece, and for some, but for all of us, it's a shift in consciousness towards peace, clarity, and relief. Okay, so we move from troubled waters into the calm, and we move into the undiscovered country. We also have to trust that other people are there to help us and guide us and support us.
Good one.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, then we have strength. Strength is coming to us in September, and I like that because she's an interesting one because it's about being kind to oneself. So we meet our own courage. Strength is the reminder that gentleness is powerful and compassion is a force. So this month is teaching us emotional resilience, responding instead of reacting, leading with the heart, and finding stability within ourselves, no matter what's happening around us. Because remember, strength is also 8, and 8 is overcoming obstacles so that we can advance.
Okay.
But the way that we can do that sometimes is by taming the savage beast, which is our ego and our fears, by being kind to ourselves and trying to find the peace inside so that we can blossom, hence the crown. Yeah? Making sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm liking this because, again, this has been quite a lovely reading because we're having all this lovely wand energy with fast action and movement. And I felt last year just dragged and dragged and dragged. And here we have, but then yet it went so quickly at the same time. You know, it was a very interesting year. So in October, which I love, we're having the 8 of Wands. So this crackles with speed and synchronicity. The 8 of Wands brings fast movement, exciting opportunities, messages, and inspiration. The sense of the universe saying, yes, now go. This aligns quickly, sometimes suddenly, and it becomes clear that the path ahead is opening. So again, it is a horse year, so it's all that movement forward. So we've had an 8 going to an 8, which is advancing all the time. Yeah, I'm quite loving that. Well, actually, if you look at it this way, we've had 6, 7, 8.
Wow.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm quite liking it. Yeah, it's a really good number. So then, and again, this is the best card because in November we're having the 6 of Wands, which is the card of victory.
Yay.
So November is bringing us a moment to celebrate. The 6 of Wands is recognition, a win, an achievement, a feeling of being seen and valued. Whether it's external praise or an internal moment of pride, this is a month we lift our chins and say, I did that, I've grown. Okay, so I'm loving this. Okay, so, and then finally in December, look at this. we've worked all the way around. And we've ended up with the magician, who is the counterpart, of course, of the high priestess.
Mm.
Okay, so what this is telling us is we close the year with the magician, and this is manifestation energy, creative power, the realization that we are capable of shaping our lives in meaningful ways. December is going to remind us that we have the tools, the wisdom, and the confidence to begin something new. The year ends with possibility, with magic, with the invitation to create, once we have remembered throughout the year that everything that we actually needed was inside of us. So therefore we can create more. Again, it's the cycle of abundance. Once you're grateful for what you have, more will be drawn to you, etc., etc., etc.
Mm.
We'll be moving forward, and look at that, the infinity symbol I'm being drawn to over his head. He, of course, is the channel from Father Sky to Mother Earth. He's taking the seed of inspiration and planting it into the soil to grow.
Right.
Okay, so he is the alchemy that he needs. Okay,
Wow.
but it's all about you focusing your energy. Okay, so for 20 so basically what I really feel for 2026, because I did say at the start that we're moving into 2027 is a big year. So it's a year of awakening, realignment, release, and rebirth. We start grounded in January, we grow braver, we shed what's heavy, and standing fully in our power. From our hearts to yours, we can't wait to walk this year with you. So what I'm going to say to you is now top of your tea and enjoy your Christmas. So
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well done, Graham. Wonderful.
Yes, well done.
Come
So
back
yeah,
to it.
I feel it's going to be a really good year for a lot of us, because interestingly enough, when I did this for myself last year, I could see all the peaks and troughs, and it was literally shedding old beliefs and everything else last year with the snake, you know. So this is really remembering who you are and moving past all those fears that came up this year and integrating the lessons so that you're ready for 2027 when the big shift happens.
That's
Graham,
exciting.
is that considered to be like a Cledon as well? That our listeners.
Oh yeah, this was for everybody.
Oh right.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That was for our listeners. That was for ourselves. That was just, it was an energetic forecast for next year.
For the world. Yeah.
Great. Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
That
Yeah.
is.
So
Lovely.
you.
Yeah, great. Graham, anything next, or are we anything to close out, or do we want to do anything before we finish? Or
well, I just would like to thank you for a wonderful first year of our podcast.
my gosh, bless you, my lovely. I can't remember when we started. Are we actually at a year now, or would it be a year in the new year?
In January.
Right. Yeah. Well, thank you. What a great run it's been, because it's been fantastic. We've had some great guests. We've had some great kind of inspiration. Hopefully we've helped some people out there, the readers that have written in and stuff, which has been great. Some really lovely letters we've received, and yeah, so wonderful. And obviously meeting you two, being on your podcast, I think yeah, we've been on a few podcasts. So together we've been on yours, but I think separately we've been on, Graham's been on others. I haven't been on any. Not this year, not during this year though, not during this year. So this has been fantastic. What a great end of year. So happy to have you both with us.
Yes, it's been lovely.
Lovely energy.
I didn't know you had it. It was so new. I didn't know your podcast was so new.
Yeah.
Way to go.
We just had a mad idea last year.
Yeah.
There you were. Yeah.
That's great. We're getting ready to release our 200th episode.
Wow. Well, this is episode 14 for us.
I
So
know.
we're well behind you.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
So how many years have you been doing yours? I should know this.
We've done it consistently for probably about 3 years, but a couple of before that we would release rarely. So it's been about 3 years of consistently. When Chalene came on, we got even more consistent. I was doing every other week for a bit, and now we're pretty much every week. But we're getting ready to have our 200th episode, and then we are wintering for 2 weeks.
Nice.
Where we are just taking ourselves underground and releasing the rest of what we need to do in 2025 so that we can be refreshed for 2026.
All this fun stuff. Yeah, all this fun stuff.
When will people be able to come and listen or watch your 200th episode, and where?
So you can find it on any podcast platform. You can see the video version in our Wholeness library, which is a library of hundreds of videos. It's a streaming library, kind of, we call it like Netflix for wellness type stuff. And
just don't tell Netflix we said that.
Yeah.
They can't hear this. They can't hear
Okay,
this.
good.
They're too busy right now worrying about buying other people.
That's true. That's true. They got to outbid.
Exactly.
And
What's the website? Is there? Give us the full
Yeah.
name just to make sure people can find you properly and fully.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, it's called the wholenessnetwork.com. Wholeness as in being
Great.
whole. And you can find our podcast there. And then our 200th episode airs December 18th.
Oh, lovely. Just in time.
Just in time. Yep.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Wonderful.
But it's been so great to get to know you and to be here.
You.
Thank you so much. We appreciate
Not
being in your
Thank
present.
you.
Yeah.
And we have lovely Dr. Karen for introducing.
That's right. Yes.
And I had a lovely evening with herself and Mitch when they came to Ireland.
I was so jealous.
I was so jealous. I was so jealous. I'm like,
we had such great crack.
That's so
Did
great.
You? Oh.
You had some great crack. That's a little different here in the US.
Yeah.
I know you mean.
It's CRAIC. The word is actually crackhall.
Oh, okay.
In Gaelic. Yeah.
What does it mean?
Fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fun and chicanery. But there we go. Yeah.
Is that where cracking up comes from, do you think, Ronan? If you're cracking up.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Although cracking up because you're cracking up laughing, but I'm cracking up could also mean that you're going slightly mad. But yes,
true.
Both are fun.
Wonderful.
Well, two sides of the same coin.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Lovely.
True.
Well, Graham, what are we gonna? Actually, we planned a proper ending, did we? We didn't think about the actual. How should we end the show? Of our last one of the year.
Well, exactly. Well, we will be back in January, which is going to be great. And I just wanted to say thanks for everybody for being here, and thank you, Richard, for believing in my craziness.
Oh, thank you for having me and letting me be part of it all. It's been a joy, and I think it's been great to kind of be doing all the technology and meeting people and being part of it and learning from you, Graham. So thank you for that. It's been a joy to watch you do your stuff and learn. I mean, I think I know more about the tarot than I've ever done, which is great because I'm seeing more stuff. And and you call me, I know, like for those out there listening and for Chalene and Mechelle, Graham calls me a muggle, which is probably true. I mean, I am more of a muggle, but I do read the cards now and again. I've been reading them. And I've been reading them since I was 13. And funny enough, just as a little Christmas story, the very, very first Christmas market that I remember going to when they kind of were a new thing, certainly in England, or they were new to me, our little town had a Christmas market. And we went into this shop, I think it was W.H. Smith, for those that remember and know, and bought my first pack of tarot cards at Christmas time.
Oh, wow.
So the very first pack. And it was I can't remember the name, but it was much more like the Medici kind of style. So it was more more like a playing card feel, like you know what I mean, like with all the way it was designed. So I remember it. So yeah, that was my first pack of tarot cards. Was at a Christmas market. So there we go.
What drew you to that at 13? Because I think of my 13-year-olds, and I don't know that they would be drawn to that. So
well, if you knew my mother, who's watches from above here with her painting and is in spirit, she was very spiritual and took us to Spiritualist Church around about that time as we were. So it wasn't strange to us. It wasn't, or it wasn't scary. So it was just, yeah. I think it. You saw it as. Because it was in W.H. Smith is just a regular kind of used by the newspapers, magazines, pens, pencils, and greeting cards. It was that kind of shop, and I think it's still there, Graham. I think, or up until recently.
They have one in Dublin Airport. So yeah,
right,
yeah. So I think it stopped doing a lot of things it used to. I think it mainly just does the magazines and the books now.
But it's one of those stores that it was obviously treated as a game or as a toy or something. It wasn't in a spiritualist shop or a crystal shop. It was just at the regular store, which, because again, back then I wouldn't have known where to go to a crystal shop if they even existed.
No.
I mean, they existed, but they were not existing in our framework of our family knowledge. So I think it, again, being in the right place, right time, asking the question, can I have them? And there's a TV show called Tales of the Unexpected that was kind of this show from the 70s. Have a look for it. Look for Tales of the Unexpected. And in the opening sequence, they had these tarot cards. So this show my mum would have watched. It was. I'd look back now, and in my head it was like very spooky and scary. And you watch it now, you're like, kind of. I guess as a kid it was. And it's been, people have made pastiche versions of it and teased it, but it has an interesting kind of history.
Okay.
But it had these tarot cards in I think either the opening sequence or the closing. So again, I think that was all connected.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know how I got onto that, but yes, because I was saying as a muggle, but I've been doing cards since then to some degree, and then my sister started doing them, and she's a great tarot reader. So again, and she is stepping into her new realness, talking about 2026. She's literally leaving. I don't think she'd mind me saying this is not going out till next week, but she's changing some of her life. Let's leave it at a bit of a pace where she's going to pick up more tarot world, and already
which is what was coming in because I read for her yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I don't know anything about Susanna.
No,
and she wouldn't tell me, so it was a totally blind reader. But I just got her spot on. So,
well, yeah. She because I've always she's going to be a guest on the show, so I try not to tell Graham anything about a guest that we bring on. Normally, I handle the guests and tell him nothing except a name and maybe where they are in the world is about as much as I'll tell him. So I kept info about Sue from him because I wanted him to treat her the same as any other guest. But yeah, so she was looking for somebody to read, and I thought, well, it's got to be Graham, So they met privately and all of that. But yeah, so she's been reading cards for a long time and consistently, and it's part of her world. If ever, I was going to say if you ever need a tarot reader, but you got Graham here. So, but if you ever, Graham's not available, my sister might be. So we're forming a little network. Why don't we, Graham?
Yeah.
The cult.
But
it's exactly the American branch.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she keeps it alive in our family. My mum was a bit of a healer, so that's what she ended up being, a Reiki healer, and Anyway, so yeah. So thank you for that, Graham. I guess that was a big, long-winded thank you for like teaching me more than I've ever known, really, about the tarot and all of this kind of.
Well, wait till happen. We see what next year, because I'm actually thinking next year we're going to mix it up because I've been doing a lot of deep dives into the Thoth tarot.
Ooh.
Yes, which was of course created along the same time as the Rider-Waite, and I thought, ooh, it's a little bit heavier. So I'm thinking we might have 1 or 2 episodes around that, because it's quite very heavy with the symbology. So
can't wait.
Yeah. So anyway, well, I thought, well, then we may as well have a little bit of a blessing.
Yeah.
To close down. Yeah. So we're gonna just close our eyes and just take a deep breath in and out to the mouth. So, dear universe, spirit, ancestors, guides, we thank you for being here with us. We thank you for everything that has been received this evening. And we wish your holy presence throughout the next year, guiding us forward in strength, unity, and love. And we send love and strength to all of those who are suffering in the world at the moment. And we wish them the courage and strength to move through the barriers and blocks that they are facing, and we pray for a better world and for light to return as soon as possible. And just want to say thank you for being here. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for the invite. It's been beautiful. Thank you.
Thanks for being with us. I'm just going to pop up our little logo so people can see the email, which those are listening. It is info@Bears Tea and Tarot. That the and is AND spelled fully. Please write in. Ready for the new year. Our next episode will be a non-guest episode where we'll answer emails, answer letters, etc. With Graham's wonderful ability. We look forward to that for the new year. So thank you for being with us for this year. Those that are listening and been with us, it's been a wonderful, special year for us. Meeting people, listening to you and your questions. And we'll do it all again next year. Maybe a little bit differently, but we'll be back in the new year with another episode. So thank you for being with us. And Merry Christmas to all, Merry Yule, and Happy Holidays, as we now say in America, which is to cover any holiday you're celebrating. There's about 200 holidays in December for all the different people who celebrate things in this winter time. So blessings to everyone, and thank you for being with us, and we'll see you next year.
Bye all.